Hey, how y'all doing? Can we talk real quick? Great. Is this a safe space? Wonderful. Let's get started. If you are in an abusive relationship with a man, a woman, a parent, a job, get out of it now, right now. And I don't mean if he knocking your head between a washer and a dryer, but I also do mean if he knocking your head between a washer and a dryer. But also, when I say abuse, I'm talking about verbal, emotional, mental abuse. Get out now. If he's gaslighting you, cheating on you, get out now. And some people get really, really confused about what gaslighting is. So let me give you like a small example. Let's say you're having a great day. You're getting in the car. You guys are going to Target and he always opens your door. But this particular day, he pulls up to Target and does not open your door. So you're just sitting in the car, don't know what's going on. He comes around or knocks on the window and says, "Why aren't you getting out of the car?" And you say, "Oh, I was just waiting for you to open the door." He goes, "Why don't you just get out of the car so we can go to Target?" And so you're like, "Okay, are you okay?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm fine." And y'all get out the car, you go in Target, you notice that he is walking on the opposite side of the aisles. He doesn't want to shop with you. He's not talking to you. He's ignoring you when you say something, but you don't want to cause a scene in Target. So you guys check out. He meets you at the counter. Y'all check out. You get back in the car. And in the car, you bring up the situation and you say, "Well, what was wrong with you in Target? Like, are you okay?" And he goes, "Well, as soon as we pulled up, you got an attitude with me. So I don't want to open your door and I did not want to shop with you in Target." And so now you're questioning, like, "Wait, when did I get an attitude with you?" You know what I'm talking about. And you're like confused, and now you're questioning your own reality when you know for a fact that you didn't have an attitude and you didn't say anything mean to this man, but now he is telling you because he had an attitude with you because you had an attitude with him, and now you're like confused. That's gaslighting. Okay. So, and there are many forms of gaslighting, but that was just the best example that I could give you from experience. That particular incident didn't happen to me, but something similar. And yeah, so get out the relationship, okay? Another reason um, for you getting out of this relationship now, and I mean like yesterday, okay, especially if you've been in it for years, please leave now because you about to have a whole bunch of work to do. Your life is about to change, okay? The reasons I say that is if you know me, my family, or my friends, you know that I talk very fast. I'm a very fluent speaker. I'm really, really good at my communication skills. I have words in my word bank back here in my brain that I can pull. And most people say, "Well, I've never heard that word before." And I'm like, "Ah, great, let me tell you what it means." But recent years, I have been really working to study back on vocabulary words because I've forgotten them all. And the reason why I came in here to make this video is because I was just sitting at my desk at work and I just got out of a meeting where everybody was giving me instructions and I literally forgot them. So I had to write them down. And I noticed that I cannot live without my to do list. And I'm like, I've never used to be like this. And I'm like, I used to always make to do list, but now I cannot survive without one. And that is because I always lose information that I just received. You could be in the middle of talking to me and I've already forgotten what you said 2 seconds ago. And this is not always the case because I am working to rebuild my brain cells and, heal from everything. But like, it gets real annoying. Most times I'm agitated and I don't know why. Most times I am trying to be very aware of my surroundings and I do not feel safe all the time. And I've also been diagnosed with PTSD from my um, therapist. And I'm saying all of these things to tell you that I got these things from being in abusive relationships and I didn't leave when I knew I needed to leave. I had to go to therapy for like 12 weeks from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday. I literally had to take FMLA because something traumatic happened to me. I was in the hospital. And so, I was healing from that. But also, the relationship was so bad that I couldn't even process what happened to me in the hospital because the only thing I could think about was the relationship. So, let me just get right into what happens to you when you have been in an abusive relationship for years on end. And I wrote them down so that I wouldn't forget because, the short term memory thing. Okay. It shrinks and deteriorates your hippocampus in your brain, it is in charge of your learning and memory. So that's gone, baby. It's this small. Okay. You are literally in this relationship with this man or in this relationship with your job or whomever is abusing you, and you're literally getting dumber by the day. Also swells and enlarges your amygdala, which is in charge of your emotional well being and also, excuse me, your fight or flight response. So you are always in a reactive state. You're always jittery and you probably suffer from a bunch of anxiety. Okay. I was watching TV with my current boyfriend now last night, and I literally had to clap my hands together really, really loud just to trigger my brain to stop being so anxious. I don't know where the anxiousness came from. I have no idea. There was nothing wrong with me. There was nobody breaking in. There was nothing happening. I was just watching TV. Like moving my feet around. I was very jittery because I was trying to place this anxious anxiety energy that I had, and I did not know what to do with it. Mhm. This boyfriend that I have is a very safe environment. It's a very peaceful environment, but I'm not used to that, and my body is not used to that. And I'm trying to train my body and my subconscious to be used to it, but it's very used to being on edge, being caught off guard, being shocked, being broken up with, being cheated on, being cussed out, being called pathetic, being having to scream at the top of my lungs and the phone getting hung up in my face multiple times, or me getting into an argument and having to scream to the top of my lungs for somebody to hear me. I'm always ready to fight, always ready to protect myself. It was just that kind of environment that I was used to being in. Even when I had peaceful days and I was at home by myself, I still was like on edge because anything could happen at any time and it could be my fault and I would have to figure out why. So I'm not used to being in a peaceful environment. So my body is like, what is this? Don't know how, what's happening. We need to be on guard and we really don't need to be. It also makes you lose your short term memory. I don't know if I mentioned that in the video because I've already forgotten. And the luxury of content creating, I can film my videos and edit them where it doesn't look like I'm stuttering. But after this relationship, and this has happened like over 5 years ago, I think. I can't even remember. I try to shut that part of my brain off. But I can just edit things. But after this relationship, I developed stuttering. I've never stuttered a day in my life. I always know what I want to say. And I always can remember what you said to me because one thing you're not going to do is lie. Now I can't remember most things. And I was stuttering all the time because I was always questioning my own reality and always trying to, like, I don't know, present what I said out of my mouth in a very rehearsed way so that I wouldn't say the wrong thing to upset my partner because then that would cause an argument, which we did not want to go through. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm saying all of this to say this. I'm embarrassing myself on TikTok and on Instagram or wherever else I post this to help you. Somebody out there is in a abusive relationship and you don't know that it's changing your entire nervous system. It is reprogramming your brain. So just like those people go over to war and their whole nervous systems gets reprogrammed because they've been in war, and so when they come back, you like, oh, there's something wrong with him. Yeah, it is because their body is now in peace, but their subconscious is still in war. You can also get PTSD from relationships, car wrecks, anything. So please get out of the relationship. It's not doing anything but making you dumber and reprogramming your entire nervous system, and you're going to have to learn who this new person is and how to navigate through life. Now, if you know the Lord Jesus Christ, he can definitely reverse these things. But if you don't have that enough faith and you don't know what to do, then you're going to be trying to figure it out for years on end. And I thought, oh, when I go to therapy, these things are just going to go away. And then I learned in therapy, no, these things are not going away, and we are giving you the tools and skills to be able to navigate through life as it is now. You're not going to be the same person that you were when you first start dating that man, which could also be a good thing because if you're still with him, then you don't love yourself enough to leave. And you need to love yourself a little bit more than you think you do. You deserve to leave. And you do not deserve any abuse that you're receiving from anybody. Okay? Okay. So yeah, I just said all that to say that please leave. Please get to a safe space so you can start healing because it's about to be a journey. Okay. I love you. Bye.